Okay, so we are doing data analysis number 3, the first question on budgeting. And so with the budgeting question, we look at it and we say, okay, we have a number of products listed here. We have the regions. We have the beginning inventory for each product, the desired ending inventory, the unit sales, and the unit sales price. So now we want to figure out, okay, how many units do we need to produce, and the total estimated sales in dollars, which that one should be easy, right? So units to produce. So units to produce, if we know we're starting with something and we're selling something, and we know the ending amount, we should just be able to say, well, if we take the desired ending inventory, right, plus the expected sales for the month, that tells us the total amount that we're going to have to handle, okay? And then we can subtract out what we have in the beginning, right? So the total amount we need during the month is what we sell and what we have at the end, and we can subtract what we already have at the beginning to get our sales to produce, okay? And I'm going to just throw this in. We always just plug it in and check it before we get too far. Okay, now we'll go on to the second one, total estimated sales. Let's see. Total estimated sales. This is an easy one, right? So we can take our expected units of sales times the sales price per unit and just multiply those together. Okay, and that should give us our total estimated sales as $1. Great. Cool. So now we can create our pivot table. So we click on the top left corner, click on Insert Pivot Table, that checks out, and we'll do it in a new worksheet. Okay, so let's look what they're asking for. Question 1, how many units of product 8 should be produced to cover estimated sales and desired ending inventory for all regions? So we know we're going to have to include product 8, and that can just be a filter. We're just going to filter for product 8, okay? And we're looking for the number to be produced, right? Total number to produce that'll cover sales and desired ending inventory. So that's just our total number to produce. So that's great. So we can put our product in filter, and we can do it with our units to be produced can be our value, okay? And we can filter and just look at product 8, and this will give us our total number right there. Okay. Now I'm going to show you another way you might do it. Is instead of putting the product in a filter, you can put the product in a row, and we'll get rid of this filter here and just look at all of them. And so if we just do that, it'll give us all of our products, and we can just pick out product number 8. So that's another way to do it. It's kind of nice to just pick out product number 8. Now, question 2, how many units of expected sales of products 2, 9, 14 combined were reported by the region with the second highest number of units? Okay, so we want the units of expected sales. That's going to be our value. Okay, so expected sales in units. Okay, and we are actually filtering this one. We definitely want to filter our products because we're filtering, and we are just looking at three products. Yours are probably different than mine. I don't know. I'm doing 2, 9, and 14. 2, 14, 9. Okay, but now we want to look at the regions, right? So this is the total of those products, but we want to look at regions, so we'll put regions in our rows. And the question was saying, what is the second largest region? So we can use the large function and do the large, and we're going to look in this array right there, and we want to look for the second largest. So we can do large, open parentheses, the array, comma, and 2 for the second largest. There we go. Okay. Number 3. I'll show you that again. So, again, I did large, the array, comma, and then 2 because we want the second largest. Okay, Q3. How many units in the Bay Delta region are required for the product with the fewest number of units to be produced? So we know we're going to have to filter by region, right? Because we only care about the Bay Delta region. And how many units are required for the products with the fewest number of units to be produced? Okay, so we're going to use probably the min function here to find out. So we're going to look by product. Okay, so I'm going to switch this around. So we'll put the region in our filters, put the product in our rows. We want to look at all the products now, so I'm going to get rid of that filter, and I'm going to put a region filter, and I'm just looking at the one region, the Bay Delta region. Okay, and now I want the minimum. So this is sum of unit sales. What do I want? I want the how many units in the region are required for the product with the fewest number to be produced. So I want to make sure I'm not looking at sales here. I actually want my value to be production now. Okay, so this gives me the units to be produced per of each product in the Bay Delta region, and I just want the min. So give me the minimum of those. Okay. Okay, that's going to be product 12. Okay. Okay, Q4. What percentage of units to produce of products 5 and 12 in all regions are represented by the Blue Ridge region and the Marine region combined? So I want to know, okay, just products 5 and 12, so I can do that as a product filter. So let's start with that. So we put our products back in filter, and I'm going to just put my regions back in here, and you'll see this in a second. So let's add all of my regions, and then let's look at what we want for. I want Blue Ridge and Marine as a percentage of all of them. Okay, so let's see. So Blue Ridge plus Marine equals Marine, okay, and I just want that, right? And I want this number as a percentage of the total, okay, so it gave me 18.7%. Okay, so I'm going to look at this, it's going to be wrong, right? And I'm like, why is this wrong? It's like, oh, it's just saying for products 5 and 12. I forgot to filter for 5 and 12. So I go back up here and I say, okay, I just want it for these two products. Okay, there we go, right? So 14.2. Hopefully that's right. There we go, presto, right? So we can look at that and see I just did the sum for those two regions divided by the total. Okay. That's good. I always let you guys do the last one on your own. So hopefully this was helpful, and have a wonderful day.